Leo's insights are presented to challenge, inform, and encourage you in your quest to break free from school-based approaches to education. Building upon a foundation of unschooling, we sincerely hope these insights help you to consider how education can be truly unlimited.
I deliberately erred on the last presentation. Can't say I'm sorry, because I needed to make my first point before I could fix the error to demonstrate how things differ between the family jurisdiction and all others. 2 weeks ago, I presented the family jurisdiction in a similar pattern with all other jurisdictions. I put God as an authority over the man who was to lead his wife in a family. However, God, a man, and a woman does not constitute a family. It takes children to make a family, at which point the man becomes the father. Please understand what I'm saying here. The man is addressed with the same title used for God. I have tested this observation whenever I find anyone who speaks a different language. So far, I have found that the title of father is used for God as well as the head of the family in every case. I believe this indicates that the authority of the family's father is the greatest authority on earth. However, by adding the children, and if we keep with our pattern of three, putting man in charge has the appearance of having bumped off God. To understand what is happening here, we must remember that God created man in his image and in his likeness, and that the man is now the father with God. No other jurisdiction can claim this, for all other leaders are under God, not with God. Man is therefore God's full representative in the family jurisdiction. However, the man is not independent of God, and in keeping with the fact that God loves this jurisdiction above all others, he has not abandoned, but rather has enveloped the family. Now, as long as a man honors God and acts in keeping with his directives, things within the family can be expected to go relatively well, at least from a spiritual perspective. However, if the man decides that he need not follow God's directives, he makes himself to be God, thus displacing the real God from having input in the family jurisdiction. Once God has been removed from the family jurisdiction, the man breaches his boundaries and extends his authority beyond being the ruler of the family to assume the role of rule maker as well. Things can only go bad from here. He now has the potential to become an abusive husband and father, a tyrant, a sergeant, a king over his familial kingdom. Love will not be the defining characteristic of this head of the household, but rather control and manipulation. As a consequence, the woman and the children are also susceptible to going astray from God as well, since they no longer have a true leader of the family. It is critically important to understand just how powerful the position of the father is. As mentioned before, in God's eyes, there is no greater authority. His title of father does not fit any other jurisdiction. This means the father can be the best of parents if he is following and obeying God, but then could also potentially be the worst if he has it determined to be his own God rather than the real God's faithful representative.
We trust you were blessed by today's presentation. For more helpful information to guide you in your home education journey, please visit educationunlimited.ca and leogaumont.com. Be sure to like us and share us on Facebook.